Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Nufftingz Speaks with your host, Nufftingz. Now, I was on TikTok earlier, right? And I came across a video where this girl, well, this lady, because she ain't no girl, she a lady, and she was like, yo, someone asked her how she met her boy, her man, right? And she goes, T.Wire. And they go, yo, what's that? And she was like, yo, do you remember T.Wire? Yo, let me tell you something. We're going to talk about T.Wire today. For all you young bucks, all you guys from the States, all you people from the States, whatever, y'all don't know T.Wire. And I'm going to explain to you T.Wire. Like, I'm going to keep saying T.Wire. If you're drinking right now, take a shot every time I say T.Wire. Yo, T.Wire was just that site, bro. Like, you see the Tinders, the Instagrams, all that, and you see how people are, yo, man, you don't understand. T.Wire opened up my vagina portfolio. Like, y'all don't get it, man. T.Wire was that site. Okay, how T.Wire was structured, right? This site wasn't all pretty colors and all that. It was like black and green. Like, it looked like the original Xbox screen, right? Bro, it was like, dude, you went on there and you just picked up chicks, or chicks picked up dudes. And dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, the amount of people that I know right now, like that we grew up together, I met them on T.Wire. Like, there's many that I knew before that, but like, I'm talking like there was so much people that I met on T.Wire that I still talk to now. Dude, my baby mother, I didn't meet from T.Wire. I met her friend through T.Wire. And let me tell you, let me tell you how that story went. Like, that story was hilarious. So I had this homeboy named TJ. God, TJ, if you run by this, you'll holler at a boy, man. Like, I haven't heard from this guy in years. I hope he's still alive. But TJ was this light-skinned dude, right? And we used to, and if you were from the six back in the day when it was when we just called it T dot, you know what I'm saying? He had a brother named Kirby, right? And that was his you know, outside name. That wasn't his government name. But, Kirby used to roll the nicest blunts. And I mean, if you know Kirby, you know Kirby. Kirby could sit there with a bag of ganja and just roll blunts all day. This man could roll the nicest blunts. Snoop Dogg would be proud of this dude, man. But yo, TJ was light skinned, right? And we used to, go out and pick up chicks, right? But one time I met up with this girl. Her name was Maria, right? I'm gonna say the names now. And Maria was a friend of my baby mama, right? And she was supposed to link up with me, right? And my baby mama was supposed to link up with TJ. So this is before Uber, right? So me and TJ had rolled out to their location, and bro, they wouldn't get out the house. For some odd reason, Maria didn't like that TJ was black. It was like a whole thing. Maria was a Latin chick. I think she was like from El Salvador or something. She didn't like that TJ was black. And I was like, okay. So they want to come out the house. So whatever. So anyways, after all that, TJ and me went back to the crib, and we linked with some other girls. And yeah, after that, me and Maria's friend started to talk, and we linked up and we had kids. Like, yeah. Anywho, so T.Wire was that spot. Now, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that I, still know that I met through there, and a lot of people that I knew through there because of other people, right? And bro, I'm telling you, I met so many women. Like, it was free. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, this is before Facebook got to where it was. Like, this one, like, all these apps, like, even like MySpace was big at this time, but you really went on T.Wire to link up. And the amount of people that dude, like, the amount of women that I met on there, that I had relations with is mind-boggling. I'm telling you, bro, it opened up my vagina portfolio. That site was so good. Um, but then we all grew up, and from what I heard, the site now is like just a music thing. But it was, dude, I don't even know how to explain how good it was. Like it was so simple. Like, when you were younger and you got up and you went to MSN and you hollered at your friends and all that, that was at the same time. So, you'd go on T.Wire, you message somebody or they message you and they'd be like, hey man, here's my addy on MSN. And you'd be like, all right. And you add them, you start talking, and then you link up, right? It was just one of those things like, I'm not saying that you'd always link up. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, you're going to link up with like strippers or anything like that. I mean, you could, but you were just meeting regular people that were trying to meet up and do some stuff. Um, Bro, I swear to God, like, I had to have at least have linked up with like 45 chicks on there. And it was so easy, bro. Like, you just hollered and or they hollered and you just talked and you linked up. And it wasn't like there was no like, oh, you got to pay for this or any of that shit. It was just, dude, if you are in your 40s now, you and you lived out here, you went on T.Wire. Like, there was nobody, you know, around the same age as me that did not go on T.Wire and link up with somebody. Like, right now, if you're from back then, you're probably like, damn. If you look back at your portfolio of bodies, you were probably like, yo, I linked up with many people on T.Wire. If you were a guy, you linked up with chicks. Or if you were a girl, you linked up with guys, or your girl linked up with chicks. Like, it was just one of those things. It was such an easy way to do it. I mean, if you were good looking, like, you still have to put your pictures up and stuff, right? Like, no one's gonna holler at you if you ugly. But like, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Drake was on that. Back before he was Drake and he was Audrey. You know what I'm saying? So, like, dude, it was the spot to go to link up, and it was perfectly done. Now it wouldn't fly now because they'd put up all these paywalls and all that. They probably put like little stupid games on there. But dude, you went on there, you set up your profile, anyone can access it. They could see you. You could put like music on there because back then you put up the music URL like you did with MySpace, and it was just banging. Like, I'm like, dude, I wish I can go more into detail, but dude, that's like 25 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like early 2000s, like, stuff. Like, I'm not talking like 2009, like 2000, 2001. Like, we're talking about, this was the spot. It was probably even before that. Like, this was the spot, bro. And, it's like now you look at the stuff like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Because I think Facebook had just started this time. Like, I don't know how far it was in, but it wasn't like how it is now. Like, not even close. But, you know, you there's if you talk to anybody, I guarantee if they're in their 40s or even their 50s and they lived out here, they linked up with whoever they're with now on T.Wire. Like, I'm telling you, like, T.Wire was just perfect if you were on the prowl. You know what I'm saying? And, this is like, how you have keyboard warriors now where guys or people are on their keyboard and they're talking nonsense? You would get that on the wire, but most of the times you were just dealing with face to face. I think there was group chats in there too, but bro, I wasn't in that. I was trying to holler. So, you know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, bro, you'd wake up, or sorry, you'd log in, not wake up, like you'd log in like later on in the evening. Like, who went on T.Wire during the day? I don't even know. Like, I know you go on T.Wire at nighttime. Um, I would log in and have all these messages, yo, hey, because what was like, I think at that time I was calling myself Bardock, so the Nufftingz wasn't alive at this point. Might have been, but I don't know. But like, people would like holler or flexy or something like I was calling myself. There's a whole bunch of stuff that people were calling me, like just random names. That's why I like the Nufftingz name, because it sticks and it's mine. But like you would go, like I would go on there and I would get all these messages like, "Hey man, what are you saying, bro?" I was like, "Nothing, just here. Yo, you're cute, let me holler at you." And I'm like, "Bro, like I'm telling you, when you talk about women being extremely demanding and trying to get their stuff, like they were, if they wanted some booty, these women would come at you and be like, "Yo, so what you saying, bro? Like, can I come over?" Like I remember I used to have like three different girls in a day from T.Wire, and when you're young, you can have sex with all three, one after the other, one in the morning, one in the at lunchtime, and one in the evening. It was good times. But now, bro, I couldn't even my old ass couldn't even my old ass couldn't even, yeah. Old man. But yeah, it's cool looking back on, when you were a kid and some of the stuff we did. And that's what's so sucky about the kids now. They don't know like how simple it was, but how effective it was. Like it really worked for how simple it was. It was just straightforward. You wanted something, you went for it. If they agreed, you were good. If they didn't, you move on to the next one. There was so many profiles, man. Like, I mean, damn, I wish that I could go on it and see mine and how it looked back in the day. It would be so cool if you could see it. Like, I don't know if there's a way to like see old sites, like how they were before, but it would be so cool. Our mature, minds now looking at how we moved when we were like 20, like in our early 20s and we were just on the prowl. Those are good times, man. Like, I mean, damn, it's a shame we can't, see it. Like, even MSN, I heard that's down. Like, you can't even, like, check that. And I mean, bro, the amount of hours spent on, T.Wire, MSN, bro, dude, it's just such a different, when you look back, yo, you really feel old, man. You're like, damn, things were so different back then. You know, I don't know, man. Anyways, I hope y'all, enjoyed this video. This was a nice little trip down memory lane. If you were on the wire, you'll holler at me in the comments and be like, bro, I was on the wire. Tell me how it was for you. You know, I don't think anyone struck out on the wire that much. Like you had to be batting 300 at least on the wire. Um, if you had fun on it, if you know it, holler at your boy. Be like, yo, comment down below and be like, yo, I was doing things. If not, you really missed out. But, we got Instagram and stuff now. So, we got Tinder, which you got to pay for. We got whatever other ones there are. It's like, yeah. But I hope y'all remember this. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all enjoyed this walk down memory lane. This was a good time. This was fun. And if you were part of it, I dab you up on that because you were part of something special. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.